The Cleveland Cavaliers dominated Game 3 and are now down 1-2 in the 2016 NBA Finals. Do they yet again have a chance to win this series? Not so fast. I'll tell you why coming up. You're watching James Carter TV.
Looking like a trouble when I walked in the building. That mean I got something expensive. Know my friends, they killing. All these hoes I'm killing.
Hello and welcome to James Carter TV, here to recap Game 3 of the 2016 NBA Finals, a game in which the Cleveland Cavaliers absolutely dominated from the get-go. Kevin Love was out for this game. He's still in the NBA concussion protocol, but they did not miss him one bit. Richard Jefferson, that's right, Richard Jefferson stepped up to the plate, started for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they started running early. They were up 9-0 to start the game. They were up 23-10 at one point in the first quarter, up 33-13 at another point. In the first quarter, they were running from the get-go. They had high energy. They were ready to win. The crowd was extremely into it. And J.R. Smith, who had not been doing anything this entire series, showed up today. 20 points today. 5 of 10 from three-point range. 7 of 13 from field goal. He was absolutely tremendous, hitting shots, being confident. He almost had a half-court, half-time buzzer beater that was just a little late, but he was absolutely tremendous today. LeBron James stepped up to the table. The narrative has been, a narrative that I disagree with, the narrative has been LeBron James has no help. That's why they're down 0-2. And I say, wait a minute. Last year, LeBron James got 42, 39, and 44 in the first 3 games of those finals. And in these finals, he had only gotten 23 in 19. He stepped up today. He had 32 points offensively, and he really took over in the second half. Anytime the Golden State Warriors looked primed to come back, LeBron James would quell any attempts by just driving to the basket, being forceful, even hitting an occasional 3. There weren't many attempts. I think there's only 1 or 2, but he hit 1 of 2 actually from three-point range. I just checked over there. And the big 3 he hit was pretty big because it quelled and stopped yet another Golden State run, and he really commanded the second quarter, the second half. The first half was commanded by Kyrie Irving, who had about 18 points, I believe, hot from the beginning of the game. I mean, this guy was hitting shots, being dominant, just high energy. The energy was high for this entire Cleveland Cavaliers team, and this was really supplied by Richard Jefferson. I feel he was a big part of it. And also the idea of having their backs against the wall. They needed to show up. They showed up today. And now let's talk about the Golden State Warriors and the issues that they had today. Steph Curry, absolutely invisible for the first half. And I'm starting to be very concerned. The guy does not show up in the NBA Finals. He doesn't. There's no evidence of it. Up to this point, he's only had 1 really good NBA Finals game, and that's very concerning. Now, lucky for him, of the 9 NBA Finals games that he has played, he has won 6 of them. So when you're winning games, you can get away with it, and they're still probably going to win this series to me. So he'll continue to get away with it, but where are the big games from Stephen Curry? This is a guy that put up 50 points game after game in January. 50, 40, 30, and nothing less than 30 it felt like in January, in February. Where is that Steph Curry? I wanted to go on the record during the middle of the season and say he's the best player in the NBA, and he was, but he's gone, and he's been replaced by a guy that's just not as effective. Right now, he needs to step up and show up. Klay Thompson, not very effective either. Steph Curry had 19 points. Klay Thompson had 10 today. Combined, Klay Thompson was 1 of 3 from three-point range, 1 of 7 field goals together. 4 of 13. But really, a poor job today by Klay Thompson. Missed many open threes that he normally makes. He needs to step up and show up in game 4. They cannot keep relying on their bench today. You saw Sean Livingston today. He had 5 points. He's back to Sean Livingston. I told you all after game 1, this is a mirage. Sean Livingston is nowhere near a good NBA player. He's a good role player, but that is it. You cannot rely on Sean Livingston to give you consistent, ample production. You cannot rely upon him. He is a role player and nothing more. He proved that yet again today. At the end of the day, it needs to be Steph and Klay. Those are the two that's going to lead this team to an NBA championship. They didn't show up today. Now, overall, though, let's look forward to game 4. I think the Warriors win game 4. It's been a weird finals. The Warriors won by 15, then they won by 33, then they lost by 30. There hasn't been a competitive game yet. I think this streak ends in game 4. I think it will be a competitive game in game 4, a game in which the Warriors pull away late, win by about 6 to 8 points. I'll say 6 points. Late in game 4, they take a 3-1 lead, and we see where the series goes from there. Probably they close it out game 5 in Oracle, but you have to be impressed by this game for the Cleveland Cavaliers, but I just don't think they're going to be this hot again. I mean, everyone was hot. J.R. Smith was hot. LeBron was hot. Kyrie was hot. Richard Jefferson was pretty okay. Iman Shumpert hit a 3 or 2. Like, this isn't going to happen every night. And every night, Steph and Klay aren't going to be as quiet as they were during the first half. Draymond Green did nothing today. And again, this is why when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a great player. I mean, he's pretty good, maybe even really good, but you just can't put him on Detroit and expect him to lead Detroit to anything. He cannot win in isolation. He cannot win in isolation. He's just a guy that open threes, okay, and then maybe can drive every now and then, but cannot be relied upon consistently to me. Andre Iguodala had 11 points today. He needs to just continue doing what he's doing, because I think he's doing a good job. One of the few on this team doing a good job. But I have the Warriors in game 4. I saw the Warriors in this series. Tell me what you think in the comments below. And until next time, James Carter TV, I'm out. Peace.